the Razer BlackWidow X Mercury. This is one fine looking keyboard. I'm Rio Gion and welcome to Rio Gion Keyboards. Who knew that white on silver would look so good? Besides how pretty it is, it's pretty much the BlackWidow X you either love or hate. The floating key design comes directly from Corsair's line of keyboard, so if you're gonna copy, then you should copy from the best. I dig the professional style font that they're going with. It really gives this keyboard that upmarket feel and could almost make you justify the cost. The ISO layout could prove to be a hassle when it comes to finding keycaps replacement. Then again, would you really want to find different keycaps for this keyboard? I guess the keyboard is somewhat office friendly with the color scheme, might attract some attention because most office keyboards are black nowadays, although you might be able to get away with it if you use a Mac setup. Come to think of it, this is a great keyboard for Mac users. I still don't know why they have the extra space when it doesn't have any macro keys, but it's a minor complaint. I believe this particular keyboard didn't go through quality inspection because that 8 key from the number pad sticks out like a sore thumb. Besides that, I haven't found any other glaring issue with the font yet. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, you gotta hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for the latest content. This time around, I believe the change is the switch that they used from BlackWidow V2, because I remember the switch from the first BlackWidow X and it feels nowhere as good as this. I'll link that video in the description below that like button for you guys to check out. The light is still on top of the switch, which makes me think I'm hitting the lights whenever I hit the switch, but there is a protective coating, so it should be fine. The one thing that's troubling me about Razer switches is that it's very inconsistent and I can't tell what manufacturer they're using anymore. Most people said it's their in-house switch, but that's what they said before when they were using the Kale switches, then the same thing for when they're using the Greetech switches. From experience of just using a variety of different keyboards, I would guesstimate that this is a Ultimu switch because of the low pitch sound instead of the high pitch one from the Cherry MX. Then again, this is all speculation, so your guess is as good as mine. It's very interesting how they go back to the Cold-Star stabilizer with this version, because I distinctively remember that they were using the Cherry stabilizer with the previous version of the BlackWidow X. So what makes them change their mind? Anyways, the Cold-Star stabilizers have a sharp feel for longer keys, but there's a catch-22. It's very annoying to have to take out those longer keycaps because you gotta deal with those metal wires and those little plastic pieces that it's just the stuff of my nightmares. But this particular keyboard won't be as annoying because of the floating key design, so it should be somewhat easier. Somewhat, just a little bit. Although the keycaps look premium, it's the typical thin ABS keycap that's most mainstream keyboards are using. I guess if it looks premium, then people will think that it feels premium as well. That's not the case for me, but the average consumer might think this way. I wasn't expecting them to give us higher quality caps because the market have accepted these keycaps. So what I can do is just continue to point this out until they decide to change their mind. Since I'm not even a grain of sand in terms of an influencer, change isn't gonna happen anytime soon. So as my viewers and subscribers, if you want better quality keycaps and get the most out of your money, then you gotta hit that like button. You gotta comment down below. You gotta share the video so other people can see it too. The flip-up feet does have rubber on them, so the board will be planted on both angles. There is cable management slots, which is nice for your custom desk setup. I really want this keyboard to have USB pass-through because I love the floating key design. I love those soft clicky switches, but I really need that USB pass-through for my daily driver. The cable is braided and there's little rubber pieces that hold the cable in place, which is very nice. I think the USB is gold-plated, or at least it looks like it from my eyes. I love the typing experience on the BlackWidow V2 and I love the typing experience on this keyboard as well. The strokes are extremely smooth and the transitions make you feel like you're flying through the keyboard. Let's not forget that sound. I mean, I miss that sound so much after using my K70 for a long time. This keyboard is like the K70 if it had a blue switch. I say it before and I'll say it again. If this keyboard has a USB pass-through, I would personally spend my own money to buy this keyboard. This keyboard deserves the love at first type rating, meaning that it's one of the best typing experiences that I had, and I will be comparing it to other keyboards. I can see this keyboard being a great keyboard for typists. I wouldn't really say it's gaming because FPS gamers are so much better off with red switches, and MMO gamers would really benefit from that bank of macro keys. I guess RTS gamers might make it work with this keyboard, but I would think the bank of macro keys would benefit them as well. The one thing I can say is that Mac users who absolutely love this keyboard because of the design. I would highly recommend this keyboard for Mac users and typists. For gamers, I think you guys are better off with other keyboards. I think you guys have more options. Pricing is always subject to change, but you can expect to find this keyboard retail for 150 bucks. My Amazon store closes down, so if you want to support the channel and you need help with computers and laptop repairs, then I have those links in the description below. You can always support me on Patreon if you find value in my content. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want the latest news on my personal well-being and you want the latest update to the channel. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed yet, you gotta hit that subscribe button. You gotta ring that bell to become part of the mighty notification squad. As always, have an awesome day.